Now, first on CNN, a new study on gun violence reports nearly 300,000 lives could potentially be saved over the next decade if every state enacted stronger gun control laws like in New York and California.
Yeah, because New York, San Francisco, and LA are so safe these days. CNN breathlessly reported a new gun control study by a gun control advocacy group claiming, as you heard, 300,000 lives could be saved in the next decade. If only, in their words, states would pass 5 foundational gun laws, passing background checks and/or purchase permitting laws, having extreme risk laws, red flag laws, secure gun storage requirements, rejecting shoot first, also known as stand your ground, and end permitless carry. And to be fair, saving 300,000 lives sounds impressive and like something we should consider. Many of those laws are already constitutional. But studies have a funny way of picking convenient statistics and making assumptions, like assuming criminals will actually follow the laws. We asked our resident statistician, Liberty Vittert, professor of data science at Washington University, to look into this. Is this a little bit like all those studies that say eating candy is good for you and it turns out it's paid for by the sugar industry?
Yeah, I mean, come on, saving 300,000 lives, that means that magically we won't have criminals anymore that shoot people? Like, come on, give me a break. This is, it's convenient that obviously the states that have the least strict gun laws also happen to be the poorest. Socioeconomic status is the biggest predictor of violent crime. So it's actually the socioeconomic status of these states, not the gun laws, that predict how much violent crime there is. So if these activists actually want to help the community, they should be funding the police, funding community programs, education, and stop worrying about the gun laws.
Okay, so, and then we take states, and I'm always fascinated about this because in Chicago, for example, where I lived for a couple of years, Illinois has very, very strong and tough gun laws, yet Chicago has enormous problems with gun violence. Then you think, say, about St. Louis, where you and I grew up. Again, laxer gun laws, but they don't even enforce the gun laws that are on the books. How much of this is red states with blue-pocketed cities versus blue states where the gun laws aren't enforced?
I mean, that's one of the reasons they do it by state, is to ignore what's happening in these cities. I mean, for example, even take their own data. New York and Illinois have the same level of gun law strictness, but Illinois has 3 times the number of deaths by gun. So what is happening in these cities, in these blue cities like Chicago? They're not prosecuting criminals. And what stops criminals? Knowing that they're going to get in trouble for what they did. There have to be consequences. And that's what's a bigger predictor than the actual gun laws themselves. It's how much trouble are these criminals actually going to get into when they do something that is against the law.
Okay, so to be fair about this, bottom states' gun law strength, Oklahoma, Wyoming, South Dakota, Georgia, Montana, Idaho, Mississippi, Arkansas. I don't know. Maybe you're the statistician. I would feel a lot safer in Wyoming than I would I feel a lot safer in Cheyenne, Wyoming than I would in Chicago, Illinois. But the gun violence folks tell me I should feel safer in Chicago because they have tougher laws.
Well, I mean, that's the other thing. You go to some place like Wyoming where, I don't know, there's 12 deaths a year. So all of a sudden, when there's 14 deaths the next year by guns, it looks like this huge increase. Where you go to Chicago alone, where there's hundreds and hundreds of deaths by gun violence. So for them to show some big increase, it has to be a lot more people dead. So that's one of the reasons why they trick you with saying, oh, Wyoming is dangerous. Well, not really, because the chances of you dying by gun are so much smaller.
I'll take my chances walking down the streets of Cheyenne. I think there's a country song about that. Liberty, good to see you. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.